The Counter-Strike update in early February was a disappointment. Just a few minor map updates that I don't think anybody really cares about. Certainly not enough to warrant proper 3Kliksphilip investigation, and certainly not one that's 5.5 minutes in length. Yet that's what he did, and the video was well received and was soon viewed over 100,000 times. I'm flattered, but how much that channel has changed.
Click on the Browse Textures button and find and double click on the No Draw texture. Click on the Block tool and make the water.
Back when it started, it was a place to go for short, concise mapping tutorials. Because I was sick of long drawn out tutorials with a "Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to" at the start and lots of explanations throughout that nobody really cares about. People just want to know how to do stuff and not why. They know why already because they're already viewing the video. I remember at the end of these tutorials I'd create a little sketch. It normally involved something exploding or flooding or breaking. I loved making stuff like that. And guess what? People started telling me that they loved watching my tutorials even if they didn't need them.
Ow.
To this day, people tell me they still watch 3Kliksphilip even though they haven't played Counter-Strike in years. What a weird transition. I got popular for providing the tutorial and nothing more, yet have somehow become the tutorial that people watch even when they don't need it. I understand it, but it still seems a bit silly. So 3Kliksphilip has taken a very odd route to reach the point he's at now. These days, I don't think his audience would appreciate concise tutorials when they're simply here to be entertained for a couple of minutes as they eat their lunches or whatever. Yet, had I started with this kind of entertaining content, I don't think anybody would ever have even found the channel in the first place. So 3Kliksphilip did the right things at the right time. And these days, 3Kliksphilip is the CSGO channel for people who don't play CSGO anymore. I don't provide tutorials on how to get better, nor do I cover the pro scene, which is what tends to be successful these days. You only have to visit CSGO's subreddit to see that. My videos seldom make the top page there anymore. I'm not really sure how my audience found my channel, but I don't feel it can grow much larger. Here is a mountain of evolution. I think I got it from something Richard Dawkins talked about at some point, and he discussed the evolution of the eye and how some creatures have found themselves at an evolutionary dead end, because in order for their eye design to improve further, it must first take several steps back. And this is something that natural selection doesn't allow for. In a way, this dead end right here is where 3Kliksphilip is. He climbed this small peak that is CSGO and was successful because he had done so, but now finds himself unable to climb any further up the mountain because he chose to go up this CSGO route. The channel is currently popular, but is unlikely to get any more so, and will eventually fizzle out and cease to exist. But there's nothing I can do about that, for changing the style or subject of that channel will only accelerate this process. But 2Kliksphilip is the other extreme. He can go wherever he pleases. He isn't on a mound at all, and he's great at visiting around this mountain, yet seldom finds a spot that's further up where 3Kliksphilip is already sat. And I find 2Kliksphilip all the more infuriating because of this. Because it doesn't look like there's anything stopping him from achieving greater success. He just doesn't. Because despite the vast array of content that he creates, he almost always fails to create the right kind of content. Or fails to stick to the same kind of content until it can start building up an audience. And if one of his videos does become popular, it's normally the kind of video that he can't make a follow-up for. I do find it all very frustrating. He could take the best from existing and successful channels. He could look to Digital Foundry, Gamers Nexus, see which of their content is most successful and why, and then to focus 100% of his time doing that kind of stuff, without being constrained by their less popular kinds of content. But it doesn't work like that. For instance, Digital Foundry makes lots of niche videos that I know that most of their audience won't bother clicking on. But then they do a few very popular deep dives, and these are almost always very popular. So you'd think that if 2Kliksphilip were to focus on the kind of content that these channels derive the most success from, that 2Kliksphilip could also get that kind of success. Yet he doesn't, because he isn't Digital Foundry, and nor does his channel have those channels' audiences. So 3Kliksphilip's weaknesses are actually his strengths. He knew his audience and identified when their needs changed. And 2Kliksphilip so far has been unable to do this. And that infuriates me, because I know in alternate realities he has done so, and has probably found success from it. Unfortunately, I've been doing this full time for years and still can't figure out what to do with 2Kliksphilip, and that's stuff that I accidentally and so easily stumbled upon with 3Kliksphilip. I think it's just that I live in fear. Fear that one day 3Kliksphilip will be no more and 2Kliksphilip won't be popular, and I'll look back at today and ask why I didn't do something to avoid that situation. And right now, all I have to say to that is that I've got lazy, and unwilling to sacrifice something now in the hope of a brighter future. I'm so afraid of losing what I currently have that I daren't risk something else.